Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for a beautiful, beautiful day in Rocket League's history. Probably the biggest community announcement they have ever made. Rocket League throws down the gauntlet with over $300,000 in community tournament funding for June and July. It's absolutely insane. I wanted to make a calendar for this stuff, but I kind of forgot. I'm not going to lie. But there's things going on every single week of June, and these tournaments will last a while. Oops, sorry about that. So it's going to be really fun to watch them. But let's get into it. What's going down? What are the formats that we know of so far? And who is running what tournament? But this is great for the community, for everyone who just wants to enjoy Rocket League right now, like in this downtime. And newsflash, guys, there's going to be more announcements coming soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're not done yet. But for now, this is what you guys get to know. And it's pretty damn great. That's all I'm going to say. So let's get into it. Let's go over each and every single one. So first off, we're going to start off with Codename Covert, presented by Dazarin. And much like his name, of like everything is a little hush hush right now. He has qualifiers going on. It looks like that registration is capped at 64 teams. It says first come first serve for his tournaments, but he did say that there will be privileges for the RLCS and Rival Series teams to get in, so they don't have to worry about that. So this is for $9,000 in prize money. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely check it out. We got qualifiers June 8th. June 9th, then you go into groups, then you go into playoffs, and that's how it all rounds out the entire week, June 8th through the 14th. Definitely check out Dazzler's stream for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's one NA tournament down. So we don't know the formats exactly yet. Like, obviously, group stages could be round robin, could be double elim. We don't know. Playoffs, could be top 6. It could be top 8. Who knows? But it looks like no one gets an auto invite, which I kind of like. Make everyone kind of prove their worth here. So just one big qualifier, probably, double elimination for that to get down to, I assume, 8 teams at this point. Maybe more, I guess. Maybe, who knows? I'm not really sure. We'll find out from Dazarin soon, I hope. So that's Dazarin's tournament. So that's one down. Then we got Lawler with the Brawl 10K. He put out a video for his format. Me and him actually talked over his format a little bit before the announcement to go over it as well. He's going to be inviting 8 teams to his tournament and then have 8 teams qualify to make it a full 16 teams. The 8 qualified are actually right down here, which you guys can't really see. But it's G2, Space Station, Energy, Rogue, Envy, Cloud9, Knights, and Psyonix. And it looks like that would be his order as well. I'm not really sure about seeds, but he might have them in that order there. But those are the 8 teams that will get the invites. Then you can qualify as well. Then it goes into groups of 4 double elimination style, and each group will be played on a certain day. So I think it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be group A, B, C, and D. And it is... So they do 4 teams, double elimination, but the best part is that, to me, one thing I love, we go to best of 7s for the upper final to get that number 1 seed out of the bracket, or like out of that group. The number 2 seed is from the lower bracket final. Now, if there is a rematch, there will be a 1-game advantage to the team that won previously. Because, like in a perfect world, when you have 4 teams and the bracket works its way out, there should almost always be a rematch. And I always felt like that was a little bit unfair to a team that would go into a rematch and then lose that rematch. They might win more games overall and all of that. So I really like that format. Then you go into 8 teams, single elimination bracket at the end, and there's going to be an A stream and a B stream for that. So definitely go check that out. So we know a lot of information about Lawler's tournament, 10,000, and of course it's the Brawl. So you're probably going to hear a lot of team comms and all of that stuff. So Lawler will be hopping into that. So definitely go check that out. The dates, I can't remember the dates offhand. I think it might be the following week, but I'm not positive there. So bear with me. Next up, you got Lethamir doing his Euro Cup that he wanted to do previously. And so I know a lot of people are kind of a little bit iffy about how the invites went out and all that. But either way, that's for a different topic. We got $10,000 on the line for Europe. 4 invited teams, the 4 best teams from the regional championship, which include Barca, Mousesports, Dignitas, and Vitality. And then we will have qualifiers. And then after that, I'm not sure the exact tournament rules, but we'll have quarters and semifinals, it looks like, and then remaining matches for the grand final. Looks like This will be just a double elimination 8-team tournament. That's what it looks like here, because quarter and the semis and lower round 1 would be 8 games. Then the 3 remaining matches in grand finals, that's what it seems like. I didn't join the Discord. So the one caveat I have out here for you guys is, like, I get it. You want people to join your Discord, but I would so much rather be like, hey, here are the rules, and just, here's a link to it. Instead of, like, join the Discord, then find the link in that Discord. I feel like it's just very muddy, and, like, I just don't like it. It looks like he might have dates here. It looks like he doesn't. He says dates and details below, but there's nothing here. But super cool that Lithuania will be hosting a European tournament, so that's $10,000 over to those guys. Moving on, you got Johnny Boy coming in with just a teaser for the Salt Mine 2. We don't know the dates yet. We actually missed the dates for Lethamyrs, but you can obviously read them. They were on there. So Johnny Boy, Salt Mine 2, the 1v1 tournaments that pitted NA and Europe together. I assume it'll be the same, but we don't actually know. So Salt Mine 2 is coming. I don't think he actually says prize money or anything like that, but so we'll have to wait on that to find out exactly how much that is. I'm going to assume 10K, but I have no idea. So there you go, Johnny Boy. Definitely go check out for the Salt Mine 2, and you see a lot more great 1v1 action. Then, moving on, which is some of the best parts of this, is we get all the regions involved in this. So far, we've talked all about North America and Europe, but now let's get into South America, and we'll keep on going down. So Rocket Street is putting on this tournament. Let's go down to the English version, and I kind of like their format. It's pretty cool. So what they're doing is they're dividing South America from North and South. South will include Brazil. So they're giving a 3,000 prize pool to the northern regions, and then 37,000 for the South, which obviously is probably because it's more heavily in favor of Brazil and all of that. So, and Brazil has all the best players for the most part in South America. And I believe that also would include, which I don't know my geography all that well, that would include Argentina and the other ones that are generally, that's where all their players come from in South America. So, one thing to keep in mind, by the way, with all these tournaments, you have to be 15 at least to enter. It's very similar to what Psyonix is doing, because Psyonix, again, providing all of these prize pools. So really, really cool to see that from Psyonix. But here we go. Qualifiers. 4 qualifiers with 4 teams qualified from each. So you get 16 teams, no teams invited. Then you go into a Swiss bracket. And then the 5 teams that qualified, the ones that win 3 games first, they will go directly into the finals. Then the last 6 teams that finish 2 and 2, they will go into a bracket to find the last team. Just 1 team comes out of that. Then you got 6 teams. Double elimination bracket there to choose the winner overall, which I'm going to be interested to see how they do this, which I guess it's not that hard. It'll basically be the 2 3-0s will get, so here's a little graphic that has how the Swiss works. The 2 3-0s will have the bye in that upper bracket, and then you'll have the 3-1s will be paired up with the last team in, which obviously don't count these 3 and 2s and 2 and 3s. I think this was just a, one of the examples here. So that's how that will all work out. So that's going to be really cool. Lots and lots of games, which is always fun to see. So good thing for South America. And again, these are 2 separate tournaments as well. So for the North and South. So there you go. South America getting $40,000 there. Next up, you got RL Oceania. They get $46,000, not to be one-upped, but they one-up Sam, and they get $46,000. I'm not sure exactly how the prize money works out. I know, for instance, like Dazarin, he's keeping $1K to pay for graphics or pay for admin support or casters or whatever. So it could be that the reason why these prize pools are slightly different is there are some orgs maybe trying to pay some people to run it and some that are not as much. So who knows? Which, again, I'm not really sure exactly how that all works out. But $46,000 for Oceania. They've opened qualifiers, and I love this because every single one is different. All these formats, I love it. Just throw formats all over my face. I love it. So they have 2 invited teams. They get the other 6 from qualifiers, and then they have a page playoff system where the invited and the top qualifying teams will battle it out. Whoever wins moves on to the final 4. The losers battle against qualifier 3 and 6, whoever wins there, and qualifier 4 and 5, whoever wins there. So really cool to see how this all plays out. So that'll be, you have 2 teams up there, 4 teams here, final 6. Then you get down to the Final Four down to the last two for the grand finals. Looks like every single match is best of 7, so definitely come check that out. The dates, which I keep forgetting to tell you the dates, I think these are in June. Yeah, the end of June. So these will be the end of June. So there you go. And look at this. They just... So all I had to do was go to their Twitter and just click a link, and it's all right here. And that's what I love to see. This is what everyone should do. I get it. You want people to join your Discord, but at least put it up somewhere on some type of website so it's a little easier to access. But there you go. RL Oceania coming out there. Then we got Beyond the Summit, $45,000 on the line. Now, this is to be assumed that it's going to be probably a mostly NA in Europe show, but we're not sure. So we'll see what they do, because obviously it's all going to be online. You can't bring people together right now, but that's July 7th through the 12th. So definitely go check that out. Now we're into July. We got so much stuff going on. They haven't said what's coming out yet, but like I know Mr. James Bot is probably helping these guys out a lot. And last time it was a great run-in tournament, so definitely go check that out. Maybe they'll throw, $10K to Mafia, because why not? Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? So definitely check out Beyond the Summit, July 7th through 12th. There'll probably be more details soon for that. So that's $45,000 there. So much money. So much money. Now, to not be one-upped, I don't know the conversion rates, but we got 40,000 in euros for Rocket Baguette. And this one's probably the most interesting to me, where it is completely invited only. So that's kind of interesting. So we're going to see how that all works out. Like, unless they... the language barrier got mixed up for the English translation, but this is what I think it is. So they invite 12 teams. As you can see, 12 teams invited. The bottom 6, though, the lowest seeded teams that they decide will play in a qualification stage where only 2 teams advance. Then the 6 best teams and those 2 teams play in groups of 4 where only 1 team gets eliminated from each. Then they go into a playoff, which... to me, I feel like this part's kind of weird, personally. But, hey, what are you going to do? Because as soon as you win 1 game in your group stage, then you're in. Unless it's not double limb. But it is double limb, so you just need to win 1 game. It's kind of strange, but maybe because they want to show every single game. Then you get 6 teams at the end. You got the upper, lower, and grand finals will be best of 7. You'll probably play out your groups maybe to see who gets the buys in that playoff. But again, the weird thing with double limb and 6 teams is you get a bye in the upper bracket, but if you lose, you basically lose that bye. That bye goes away because you're still playing the losers of the very first round. Now, I don't know if that's really that terrible. It's just a way it is. But that's how they're doing it with 6 teams here. Double elimination bracket there. As you can see, these games going on right after Beyond the Summit's done on July 12th. You go straight into this. So more European action here. July 13th, 14th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. There's your prize pool. Distribution rule set is just ban Gibbs. He can't play because I would win it all. So there you go. That's all you need to know there. So another European tournament coming out. 40,000 euros there, which is probably like, I don't know, like 120,000 US. Who knows? No, I kid. But I'm not going to do conversion rates here. Next, probably the one I am most excited for. You got the APL coming in with not only 1, but 2 tournaments. Not only 1 region, but 2 regions. They got the Middle East. They got Asia. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited for this. We get to see these regions battle it out. $22,750 in prize money for each region. Like 8 total teams per tournament. 2 are invited. The rest will qualify. Double elimination bracket for the qualifiers. Then you got double elimination 4-team groups. Everyone is doing this. The 4-team double groups. Probably because they need to fit the amount of games on certain days. So I know that's why Lawler was doing his groups as 4 teams, because we talked about this, where it's like you could do 8 teams, so you can't have rematches, but then you have to tell players that are in Group A to show up for 2 days, when it's like, just make them show up for 1 day. It's just easier for the players to have all of just the 4 teams show up on 1 day, then 8 teams have to show up on 2 days. So it's just easier that way, so maybe that's why a lot of people are doing it this way. Top 2 teams from each group qualify for the single elimination playoff bracket, so that is very similar to what Lola was doing. Then all group stage matches will be best of 5. All playoff matches are best of 7, and there's your prize money there. The MVP of each tournament will get $750, so that's pretty interesting along the ways there. So these dates go June 27th, June 28th, July 4th, July 5th, July 11th, and July 12th. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. There's so much Rocket League happening from June and July. They're like every single day you're gonna be like, there's a new tournament on for like $20K. Like, okay, cool. Well, let's watch it. And it's gonna be new regions. We got every region basically in there. South America, OCE. We even added 2. Why not? Middle East and Asia. It's fantastic. And then on top of all of that, there's still one more tournament left. Let's give it up for the college boys. The college boys in the U.S. Let's go check it out. I'm not sure if Canada colleges count, but either way, I think it's only U.S. colleges. I'm not really sure. College Carball Association, CCA, not just CC, are putting on $20,000 for them. Now, their format, they do have a link. Well, actually, I went to their Discord because I wanted to see it, and it is robust. It's like a league play into 32-team bracket, and that's for only one of the regions, East or West, and it's huge. It is a huge tournament. So it all begins June 4th and June 7th, and I think it just probably runs throughout the month. There's a lot of dates there. So if you want to get in, if you're going to college next year and you're already, what's the word? Not qualified to go, but you're already registered to go to a college, then you can play in this tournament as well. I'll just have to show proof. So I did see that. So definitely go check that out if you're about to go to college and you're already accepted and there's some proof of your eligibility, that you can be involved in this $20,000 tournament as well. So this is nuts. Just nuts. Let's break it down by region. Let's just do it that way because there's a lot going on. There is $39,000 for NA. There is $50,000 plus based on the European conversion for Europe. Then you got another $45K for probably NA in Europe with Beyond the Summit. So sprinkle that in there somewhere. Then you got South America with $40,000, OC with $46,000. The Middle East gets $22,750, and Asia gets $22,750. I didn't add all this up, but they said it was over $300K. I'll believe them. Let me try and add it real quick because I just want to make sure. 90, 135, 175, 220. It's actually less. It's like 265. But because some of that money is being presented for the orgs and all of that to put in. And who knows? Maybe there's more announcements that they haven't said. I have no idea. It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. So there's so many announcements there. Yeah, I think it was like, 265 or something like that with my quick math. But all these orgs. So the best part about all this is obviously you get prize money out to players and all of that. And maybe people will say, there's maybe not a ton of prize money going on for NA in Europe like over these next 2 months. But it's like, come on, guys. You're getting nearly $75,000 for NA in Europe for just over the next 2 months. Spread out across tournaments, obviously. We didn't even include the Salt Mine 2 in that as well. So that could bump it up a little bit more as well because there was no prize money associated with that as of now. Who knows? Maybe that's a huge amount of money. No one knows. But there's a lot going on. It's going to be so much fun to just see all the players playing in all these different formats. But the best part is this will help community orgs or tournament organizers fund future tournaments as well. Because people are going to get their eyeballs on Twitch to see what's going on in this $10,000 tournament. They will sub or they'll support with bits or donations and all that. And the best part about the Rocket League community is that these TOs are going to take probably most of that money and be like, you know what? I'm going to throw it into another tournament. So I want to keep the momentum going. They want to keep the eyeballs on their channel. They want to grow. And that's the best part is that we see Psyonix. They want to see the smaller guys grow right now. That there's been a lot of talk of like, there are times where Psyonix just kind of ignores the community. Well, this is a big step in the right direction here with $300K for community organizers. And again, this is great. More eyeballs on everyone. More people follow them, which means when they do their other tournaments, more people are going to watch those. There'll be more funding for those. And it's just going to snowball. And that is great to see. And of course, There's going to be more, right? There's always more. The Rocket League esports train is not stopping, boys. Get ready. Hop on board now. Choo choo. Let's go. Let's go, boys. All right. That's it. Boys and gals, of course. That is it. We got so much going down. I am so excited to catch all of this action. Like, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. This is definitely one of the best announcements I think I've ever seen from Psyonix. Now, I think the only one that was better was when they announced Rocket Labs. To me, as a non-standard map lover, that was the greatest announcement Rocket League could ever make. Now, obviously, that didn't bear fruit, and that didn't help now in the long run. But we did get at least the when you go into the air, you without jumping, you can flip reset or do a flip at any time after. So we did get something huge out of that for sealing shots. And I guess for flip resets, normally when you're doing a flip reset, you're probably getting your flip in within that 1.5 seconds anyway. Not always, obviously. But yeah. So this is the second best announcement in the history of Rocket League, in my opinion. I guess you could count RLCS was pretty huge. I guess that's number one. Then Rocket Labs, then the community tournaments. So we'll go with that, I guess. Followed by number 4, the Intel World Open, I guess. I'm not sure. But that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out and support all of these channels. It's going to be a lot of fun. And as we learn more about these formats, we'll let you know in videos. I love formats so much. I could talk about formats for days. So that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.